2022 has been a difficult year for many businesses. Some businesses have responded really well to the opportunity and it's been a great year. Others have really been struggling and there'll be some business that will have disappeared. But I think that 2022 has set a platform for many businesses so that if we build on that platform, that 2023 will be a great year, and I'm calling it Time to Thrive. So the world's been changing very rapidly. So, we're currently in a situation where we've got lots of growth pressures. There are opportunities galore, but there are also some casualties out of the pandemic. We've got supply chain challenges with getting stock to market, with getting inputs in from overseas, and that relates to things like technology, plant, equipment, vehicles, and we're seeing rising costs. Some of that's starting to ameliorate at the moment, but I still think the pressure's going to be on for a while. Big skill shortages, low migration means there's seasonal labour has been a challenge for us. We've got baby boomers leaving the workforce, so often we're left with a skeleton crew that's overworked. People looking for changing work conditions, which will be good for horticulture and agriculture because we'll have some real opportunities to use remote workers in our businesses. But the technology is going to be important so that we get the best use out of those people. We're seeing changing buyer behaviours. Our financial systems are in trouble. We're currently heading towards a global recession, and there are hangovers from COVID-19. So the pace of change has accelerated, and it's accelerated very, very rapidly in the last 3 years. And it's been a wild ride. And if you've survived so far, then well done, because there are plenty of businesses that didn't make the jump. But as I said, I think it's set a great platform, and now is the time for us to really thrive and move ahead. But what are going to be your strategies? There are so many options. There are so many things we can be doing. We can be thinking about different target markets. We can think about products or services. We could be looking at how do we get real efficiencies into our systems with processes with things like OKRs, Lean, Scrum technology. Attracting people is going to be important. Is there an opportunity for you in your business to take on more of the sales role? Delivery is not going to be possible for most of us, digital delivery, but digital sales are going to be a real issue. Marketing, how are we going to go through marketing? So getting cut through in the current environment, is difficult. Some of the old marketing techniques are new. Again, they're coming back in because people are finding difficulty to get cut through in the digital space. Yeah. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to build referrals and potentially affiliates and micro influencers to send people to your business or to buy your products and recommend your products? Technology. Got to be able to leverage existing technology. There's new technology. It needs to be complementary. You need to be creating an ecosystem that allows your business to be always on and give you a global reach where required. Finance is going to become more and more important. Finance sometimes just to cash flow the growth. So if we're just managing growth out of cash flow, then it could be limiting, and we may need to step up. Access finance, crowdfunding won't be an option for most of you, but for some of it will. But how can we access funding in order for us to take our business to the next level? And then then profitability is really about margin control. So margin control has always been critical, but in a rapid growth situation, it's even more critical because in rapid growth, we tend to look at the increase in sales, and this is often not reflected in profit. So getting your margins under control is really, really important. So what do we need to do? The last 3 years have shown us just how things can change rapidly, but it's also shown us how quickly we can change and adapt as business owners. So now's the time to just stop, reflect, and plan, and take the time to understand your current business and the environment. I'd love you to use some tools like scenario planning to get a handle on the longer term. But ultimately, you need to build a 3-year strategic plan, have the ability to cascade that down to an annual operating plan so you're clear what you're going to be doing for the next year. And then I would suggest you break it down again into 90-day plans so we're clear on what we're going to do in every quarter to make things happen. Now, for a larger business, you may need to develop some specific plans for workforce, marketing, sales, technology, and finance so that you have the detail at the right level. Now, most of these plans can be a one-page summary, so I'm not talking about having a telephone book of plans. I think we have telephone books still. I'm not really sure, but we just want to have a one-page summary of the key stuff that we need to focus on. And remember the process. So take the time to work through the process, develop a good plan, because the thinking processes you go through in developing strategy are just as important as the outcomes. But don't leave it to February 23 to start your planning process. Start it now. If you start in February 23, you'll finish it in March 2023, potentially April or May, and as a result, the year will be a quarter over or a half over, and we haven't even started yet. So take the time to start planning now. Start setting up for the next year by doing it in small bites and get it going. So in the last 3 years, it's been 3 years of rapid change, constant pressure. COVID-19's been the catalyst, but other stuff has just dropped out of it. The changes will continue, and there may be some more pain along the way. Okay, so we need to be ready to pivot and adapt and take things. So take the time to review your option, develop a clear strategy, and map some actions to make it happen. But start now. Don't wait and put it off. So how are we going to help? Well, I'm going to continue to publish a range of articles and videos that are going to explore sort of some of the central topics around this Time to Thrive area. There's a lot of free resources on my website already, templates, how-to videos, webinars, blogs, free training programs, and we're going to keep adding to that. If you're a solopreneur or a small business, then consider using our cost-effective business health check process, where we help you get an understanding of your business where it is now, and then also set up a clear plan for the next year. So use that to leverage it. But if you're a larger business, then give us a call and we can have a word with you about how we can work with you to build a plan, and particularly not only help you through the planning phase, but through the implementation phase even, which is the hardest part. Now, if you're unsure where to go next, then please just book a quick Zoom call with me. I'm happy to give you some guidance and discuss some options for where you might want to go and what you might want to do. You're under no obligation, and there'll be no hard sell. It'll just be some good, honest advice to help you take your business to that next level. All right, so I wish you every success in 2023, and I look forward to hearing about all those successes from you in the future. If we can help you, then let us know. But if not, carry on, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.